Today we are going to cover the chronological method of informational text writing. Make sure you have your notes to follow along with the lesson. Chronological text structure is also known as sequence or sequencing. The definition for sequence or chronological text structure is it presents ideas, steps in a process, or a list of items in chronological order. Notice the graphic organizer for sequence or chronological text structure is a series of rectangles or boxes that lead to the next. Next, pay attention to the signal words. Some of the common signal words are first, then, next, and finally. Let's read this short passage and determine the sequence of events and signal words. The life cycle of a sloth first starts with the birth of a baby sloth. Shortly after birth, the young sloth wraps itself around its mother and clings to her to feed. The mother sloth nurtures the young sloth and teaches it to eat leaves. For 6 months, the young sloth grows bigger and stronger. Finally, when the young sloth is strong enough to leave its mother, it goes off to find its own food. I see in the beginning it states, first starts with the birth of a baby and clings to the mother to feed. Take a moment and notes this in the first box. Next, I notice the text says then, the mother sloth nurtures the young and teaches it to eat leaves for 6 months. Take a moment to copy this on your notes. The last part of the passage state, finally, the young sloth is strong enough to leave its mother and find its own food. Pause here and take a moment to write the third part of the passage. In addition, write the definition of the text structure in the bottom left box. Finally, go back into the passage and circle the single words that indicated this was a chronological text structure. I found first, shortly after, then, and finally. Take a moment to write these in the box at the bottom right. Now it is your turn. Create the diagram in your journal under the note page. Use this to dissect the next passage, note signal words, and answer the questions.